Welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a 5-star review. I'm Shane Diefenbach, joined by just Shawn DePause today on this Friday fun day. No Mr. Totri, as I said on bets. I think he's in a closet somewhere, locked in it, and I don't know if he can get out because that's like an ample space for him. Putting Totri in a closet is like me in a 1,000-square-foot studio apartment.
That's okay.
You don't think that's fair?
No. You can't give little. I was gonna say give Totri a little respect, but then again, I feel like
you're about to say give little Totri.
No, I was gonna say give Totri a little respect, but then again, I feel like he tends to slight you when you're gone.
Well, he does all the time, and you slighted me yesterday or on Wednesday, so I'm not gonna hold anything back.
That's fair.
I just got a little bit sad because I showed you on my timeline. Jalen Strong once again making me sad. Joe in the chat saying y'all sitting in high chairs. I can't see Totri.
Speaking of high chairs, Totri's going to be in a booster seat, right?
He's going to be in a booster seat at Four Peaks on Wednesday. We'll get to that in a little bit. But Jalen Strong quote tweeted a Demarius Randall pick 6 against U of A and said when ASU was on fire. Still got a lot of, hatred for the program right now. And it isn't getting much better. We saw some stuff yesterday. We touched on it in our audio episode about Ray Anderson feeling like he was blindsided and caught off guard by USC and UCLA, which I'm not saying that part isn't true because I think everybody kind of was.
Yeah.
But then it gets a little deeper. There was an exclusive interview with AZ Central, an article that was written yesterday, I believe, and the quote from it was this. It says, in an interview with the Arizona Republic, Arizona State's AD Ray Anderson said a Big-12 defection rumors, quote, everything out there has been overblown and exaggerated and lacking any credibility, end quote. Says he had one conversation with one Big-12 AD. So just as we were kind of thinking that maybe they would make the right decision and maybe go to the Big-12 and maybe take U of A with them, and maybe U of A and ASU would be a package deal, maybe Colorado and Utah. He's saying that none of it is true, which could mean one of two things. Either they're posturing, and they're trying to be like, no, we're not leaving. Don't trust me, Pac-12. Or they really just don't want to change with the times.
Ray is sipping on that yak.
Ray is definitely sipping on that yak.
I guess we obviously don't know, right? But my thing is like, even if you are completely loyal to the Pac-12, you're not doing your job if you're not talking to the Big 12. If you're only talking to one AD in the Big 12, and it's probably like, what, fucking Baylor's AD or some random shit, like, what are you doing? Well, at this point, you need to, because like at this point, you were blindsided by USC, UCLA, right? Mm-hmm. They have put you in this situation. You didn't do what it'd be one thing if nothing was going on. You were just like, "Fuck you guys, I'm going to the Big 12." Like that's not what's happening. You were put in a situation by other people that are in your conference. You need to now do your job and do what's best for the school. And even if you think that staying in the Pac-12 is what's best for the school, you need to at least do your due diligence.
Plus, USC and UCLA going to the Big 10 wasn't because, like, as you said, it wasn't just a big F you. Like, I don't like this isn't like what we stand for. We're a better school than you. It was like, this conference is crumbling.
Yep.
The ratings aren't great.
UCLA, and at least for UCLA, they needed the money.
Yeah. It just made sense. Yeah. And these are two prestigious programs in many different departments of their athletics that can survive and thrive in the Big Ten. And they will survive and thrive in the Big Ten. It is going to work. This experiment isn't really an experiment when it comes to big schools like this. When you're talking about smaller schools, then it turns into, okay, is this actually going to work? But in this situation with USC and UCLA, that's going to work. So then you can't really blame them. So what kind of rubs me the wrong way with this thing is how he's kind of talking about it like, this isn't right. This is unfair.
Yeah.
Like him saying, "Oh, I was blindsided and blown." Sure, we were all caught off guard, but he seems offended that they left.
Yeah. Which I
don't know if he actually is. I don't want to assume, but the way he says it and the way he comes across as it just sounds like he was offended by the whole thing.
Which is foolish, right? To me, this is like, it's similar to the Jaden Daniels thing. Well, like, let me explain. Like, I don't understand why you're backing yourself into this corner. Like, no one's coming out here really asking you to pledge your allegiance to the Pac-12. Yeah. Like, obviously, you want to be like as it stands, they're loyal to the Pac-12 because they're in the Pac-12. But like, why set yourself up to make yourself look like a fool when you do end up in the Big 12? If you end up in the Big 12, like, why set yourself up? Like, I thought you were just saying that you were loyal to the Pac-12, and then this was all bullshit. Like, what's going on there?
Exactly.
I don't understand why you would do that, but like, also what we kind of said at the beginning, please God be lying. Like, please be posturing. Please tell me that you're not blindly loyal to this conference.
And Joe points out in the chat, the article also said that Ray thinks we are better without the LA schools.
Please. Maybe in like softball.
Well,
maybe.
let's go back to our conversation we had yesterday, Shawn. If you remember, most of the games that had the highest in-conference views on television from 2016 to 2021 were against big LA schools. Games against USC that were played. Some against out-of-conference schools. It wasn't your matchups between Oregon and Oregon State. It wasn't these rivalries, ASU and U of A. That was never it. It was primetime games when two schools are competing, and oftentimes the other school that's competing is one of the big USC or UCLA, the LA schools.
Or an Oregon who is also might be leaving.
And that's the scary thing. You're hearing talks about the Big 12 with Utah, Colorado, ASU, and U of A. There's nothing from Oregon. There's nothing from Washington. They don't know what's going to happen there. It's only a matter of time until these schools jump ship. Oregon is such a revenue creator, not only because of what they provide from a football standpoint, but from a marketing standpoint, being the Nike school, having the Nike campus, having storied track and field program.
And it's something we'll touch on later too. It's like, how are you going to claim that you like the only way that you could suggest that you're better than you're better off without USC and UCLA is that now you don't have that competition. But as something we'll talk about later, like I said, they haven't been competition recently. Like, they haven't been good. So what are you talking about? Like, you're not financially, it's not benefiting you. You're not like the residual effects of having a school like that in the conference is not benefiting you. And now your conference has two schools that are big money makers gone. So it's not like it's not that recruits aren't going to necessarily want to rather play in for ASU now that they don't have to play UCLA and USC. Like, where is the benefit? I don't see how you could argue that you're better without them.
No, it literally makes no sense.
Unless, again, in a sport like softball, maybe like now you don't have UCLA in the conference, so
but that again adds to the competition.
Exactly. So like you're not. It's not like you had an opportunity to be better than them. It's not like they've been a competition recently, anyways.
Conferences like the MAC and all sports have one dominant team in the conference go 31-5 in softball, and barely get.
What does it mean?
Regional.
It doesn't mean anything.
That's what you're trending towards now. Who cares about the competition? Like, that's horseshit. That's stupid.
It's closer to a group of five. In 4, what is it? 2 years now? In 2 years, you're closer to a group of five than you are a power five. Because Oregon hasn't been good at football recently. And what do you have to show for any of you? Like, other schools in the conference,
you're lucky that Utah is a good football school,
and you're lucky that Arizona is a good basketball school. Because otherwise, in those two big sports, what do you have?
Nothing.
You have nothing. So, like, please, Ray, I really hope he's posturing.
LTC saying not a good look for Raymond. First of all, Raymond is a great thing to call him. Until he figures it out, his name is Raymond.
Yes, my friend always referred to him as Uncle Ray.
I like that too. Well, as LTC says, not a good look. Let us know in the chat what you guys feel about these comments made by Athletic Director Ray Anderson. Please let us know how you're feeling, because people have been letting their feelings loose on Twitter, as we saw from this user at RCPYLE12. He wrote this. Kind of went
interestingly named Ray.
Interestingly named Ray. Kind of wrote this. Kind of went viral after he wrote this within the Sun Devil athletic community, opening it off with an open letter to at Michael Crow and at Ray Anderson. As Arizona State football season ticket holders and Arizona State University alumni, we are concerned for the future of Arizona State football in the near future. He then continued with this long thread, basically saying that, as I pull it up on my computer, it is well documented by all available data metrics that football is the driving revenue for all other sports in the university athletic department. Without revenue from football, the Olympic sports simply cannot exist, which we found to be true. It is troublesome to see a decreased focus of the football program. Season ticket holders are not renewing. The product on the field has squandered opportunities to appear in the conference championship games, while USC has been down for the last decade. players have transferred away by the masses from last year's 8-win team. It is not hard to see something is wrong, and no dismissal of objective criticism can quash this reality. It is a crisis. Meanwhile, the Pac-12 is drowning. Two programs from the largest market in the conference left to play back east. He continues with a lot more. If you want to go read it, go to his Twitter @ It's not hard to find. And yeah, this just kind of poses the question. If this does happen and ASU is left behind, do you think that the athletic department underneath the revenue sports will crumble, as people are thinking, if they stay in the
Pac-12? Kind of. Well, because, like, I mean, you think about some, like, the things that ASU is good at. Like, the fact of the matter is they have this new arena, right? So, like, when it's something like wrestling, they don't need a whole lot of revenue at this point because they have an arena that they've already built. Something like softball, that's a
also
little
continuous funding for the program. But yes, I agree with what you're saying.
It's a little concerning for a sport like softball when it's like eventually they're going to need a new stadium. Like they already have problem paying their coach.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's definitely concerning for the. But I mean, it's kind of a trend with the athletic department in general. Like I don't think like football has had a decreased focus relative to the rest of the athletic programs. Like I think they're still the priority. It's just the whole athletic department has really not been a priority for the Arizona State University. So like, it's definitely, but it's definitely not going to be good for them. Like if you're looking at a sport like baseball, they're just trying to get back in the right direction. Like if Willie gets them there, you're going to have to pay Willie eventually. And if you're not getting the money from baseball or from football, you're not going to be able to keep a guy like Willie. So like, it's definitely not. It's not ideal for football or any of the other programs that benefit from football.
It was funny when I woke up this morning and read this, because he put this out last night at 11 o'clock. I thought something crazy had happened. So I was very, very worried at first. But then I kind of started reading into it, and I really enjoyed it because not only does he make sense in it, which is what a lot of ASU fans don't.
An ASU fan showing passion.
Yeah, ASU fans showing passion, but also not just being a keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
You know, kind of laying it all out. It kind of felt like a court document.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you want to read it, definitely go head over to his Twitter at RCPYLE12. It's some good stuff, and it shows you what the boosters and season ticket holders are feeling, which again, a big part of this, as we've seen with the SEC, is the boosters.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that the alumni of your school can not only trust what you're doing with their money, but also want to even support you in the first place. And we're trending in that direction where is the money going to come from? And I know it's such a big university, and I know like the university itself is not going to be hemorrhaging funds. But when it comes to sports, like when you have a president like Michael Crow who has other objectives, which is fair, it gets scary because then again, no funding. LTC saying maybe Mickelson can take some of that $200,000 LIV money and drop the hammer of ASU athletics and start over. Phil loves ASU.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know John Robb's not going to be taking any of that LIV money, whatever. Yeah, but no, seriously, like, because at the end of the day, it's athletics are an entertainment product, and if you're not putting out an entertaining product, people aren't going to want to spend money on it.
It's funny.
Everyone's going to hurt from it.
It's funny how far we've come since like 6 months ago. We knew the NCAA investigation was certainly almost impending doom.
Shout out Tennessee.
We'll get to that in a second. But also, like, it didn't just it always starts with football, and then everything kind of trickled down. And we saw this mass exodus of not only prestigious coaches like CTT, but also a complete flip of certain programs, like obviously football, but then softball, and now the exodus of the conference. Like, it's insane how far we've come in the wrong direction in the past 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months.
Yeah, it is slightly concerning, and you kind of hope that at a certain point some of these programs start to kind of become like a vacuum, I guess. Like, you look at golf, for example. Like, you kind of hope that they can, like, they're a sport that doesn't necessarily need like a whole lot of funding and stuff like that. So you kind of hope that they can kind of stay the course with everything else happening around them. But it is definitely concerning, just because it doesn't seem like anyone in charge is steering the program in the right direction, and it's only it just feels like it's going to get worse before it gets better. It's just it's a hope that it's like an if it gets better or when it gets better, and not an if it gets better. But man, I just Ray does nothing to make me feel better about the stuff that he does.
And that's the worst part is there's not some figure that's like, we got this, even if it's fake enthusiasm. It's
like when Herm got hired, there was like, okay, maybe.
Even now, it's still like I don't believe.
Yeah, but it's like maybe Herm could do something this year.
Like there's juice in the program. There is no juice in ASU athletics, and it's because of statements like he made today. And so makes you want to drink a Four Peaks. If you
Oh no.
What happened?
I knocked it over, but I had cracked it slightly earlier, so maybe it's a good thing because it's letting up.
Yeah. Cheers to cracking it. Four Peaks. Brewed for those who want to drown their sorrows in beer because their athletic department is dealing with a scandal and a mass exodus of not only programs but also their conference, or brewed for those who are in the SEC and just got 18 violations against them. But we'll get to that in a second.
Put that on a t-shirt.
It's fantastic.
That's their catchphrase. Mm-hmm. Right down the street from ASU too.
Four Peaks Brewery.
Fuck me.
No.
On the white shirt too.
That's okay. It'll come out.
I'm gonna go somewhere after this though.
By yourself.
True.
Four Peaks Brewery in Tempe. Last Wednesday of every month, we will be there live. ASU and all of the PHNX shows live from the 8th Street Pub in Tempe. Get there July 27th. Every final Wednesday of each month, we'll also be giving out nice kilt lifter. We'll also be giving out the Toast of the Month sweepstakes. You can sign up at gophnx.com still right now. Get a $50 gift card to Four Peaks, a free T-shirt of your choosing from the PHNX Locker, or an annual membership from gophnx.com. We're doing that live. Starts at 11 with Coyotes, ends with Cardinals at 4 p.m. Filled in the rest of the show. Bets, D-backs, Suns,
all that good
ASU.
stuff.
It's a fantastic time, so make sure to get out there. And if you can't enjoy with us, enjoy remotely and enjoy responsibly. Get Four Peaks wherever you want in Arizona, wherever you get your beer. It's fantastic stuff. So watch with us online at PHNX Sports YouTube channel and crack a cold one with your favorite show.
And try to prevent from spilling it on your shirt.
Yes.
I'm really upset about it.
I got a hop nut going right now. 21 plus and enjoy responsibly if you're going to drink.
Sipping on that kilt lifter, which I might be drinking tonight at the D-backs game that I'm going to, as you alluded to.
Mm-hmm. Alone.
I do plan on going alone. It's a vibe. Got a lot of money prepared to bet on it.
Yeah, you know what's not a vibe? Seeing your program go down right now and not being in the midst of an investigation.
Yeah.
I would rather be where ASU is than Tennessee.
It's the potential.
Actually, maybe not.
I would rather be ASU football than Tennessee football. Tennessee football is so painstaking.
But they know they have revenue for the next.
Yeah, but they also think that they're a good football program.
Yeah.
At least we know what we are.
Yeah.
Tennessee still thinks they're going to win the SEC.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, the University of Tennessee got some recruiting violations under Jeremy Pruitt.
Some.
What?
Some, as in 18.
Yeah. The NCAA lists 18 violations and almost $60,000 in cash or gifts provided to players and their families by Pruitt, his wife, and numerous coaches, recruiting staff, and at least one booster.
Shout out his wife for being a ride or die. That's some Bonnie and Clyde type shit, being like, we got to get these W's, baby.
It's not looking good. That was really good.
Thank you.
It's not looking good for
I could be a Southern Belle if I wanted
the
to.
Vols in Tennessee. They're just starting. If you're a Tennessee fan, you're watching this, if you somehow found it, please slide in my DMs. We know how it feels. Except
we don't really. We don't quite know how it feels. I mean,
we know how it feels to be looking at a wall of allegations and not knowing what's going to happen because we're still feeling that.
True. Do you think
we know exactly how it feels?
Think Arch Manning knew about this when he committed to Texas? Maybe he was going to commit to Tennessee.
I don't think.
I just kind of wonder about the salt in the wounds of a Tennessee fan that he chose to go to Texas instead of Uncle Peyton's alma mater.
Are you okay?
I just couldn't remember if it was Peyton or Eli at first, but Eli went to Ole Miss.
You already answered it. You'd rather definitely be ASU right now?
I think so, only because, and this is an allusion to TPSP, but it's like the mayo and coffee. I don't know what we're getting yet, so I can at least hold on to hope that it's not going to be that bad.
Yeah.
Whereas with Tennessee, they've got the violations laid out. Just a matter of what the punishment's going to be. But it's just, we have the potential of things not going poorly. They are a little past that. So plus, again, I would rather be like, being Tennessee right now just doesn't seem fun. Like, first off, you got to live in Tennessee. Secondly, you're in the SEC and you haven't won anything, which ASU hasn't either. But like,
state we're hating today, Tennessee.
Yeah, no, fuck Tennessee, except for Nashville. Nashville's alright.
Yeah, Nashville's dope.
Yeah, it's this coolest part about cool. It's cool, but it's like the one part of Tennessee. I don't want to. I've never been to Memphis, but
I don't want to hear my own coffee.
Shout out Black Boy JB.
Really?
What?
We're gonna shout out Block Boy JB.
Look alive. I mean, it's a great.
Remember when he was supposed to be the next big thing, and
he was not good. Like he's just another case of Drake carrying somebody to fame.
Broke boy gonna run if he ain't got no money. Hold up, cut up.
He had like one other song.
Is that him? Is he cut up?
What?
No, that's Black Youngster.
Look alive.
All right. Anyway, another thing we wanted to talk about today was the one-time transfer rule, which I think this hurts ASU. But also could help them. Don't know what I'm talking about. The rule currently requires a player to sit out 1 year if they've transferred a second time, if they have entered their name in the portal a second time. After the NCAA introduced immediate eligibility into the transfer system, the group kept in place that rule where you could only play right away after the single transfer. Now you can transfer twice to be a traitor and play immediately again. So there's really no repercussions for being a school hopper.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest, because like I'm surprised the NCAA would do that, because I feel like they're trying to control NIL, and this just makes it a little bit more of a Wild West. And
it's not official yet, but it's trending that way. They're voting on it in August.
Yeah.
Usually when these things are released like this, it means that it's happening. So.
When I first saw this, I thought they were going in the direction of, like I said, like being like you can only transfer once type thing.
No. Complete opposite.
Which, as far as the NCAA is concerned, makes more sense. I'm happy for this because I am always pro players, pro movement.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily good for college football.
No.
Actually,
no, it's not.
Well, I mean, but it could be because
How?
Because part of the problem is, and I think this is something people have talked about, is that eventually it'll kind of level itself up. But part of the problem is that like you get a school like Alabama who stocks up on 3 5-star quarterbacks, and you're like, well, what the fuck are we doing here? Now they can
now one of them can transfer to a Pac-12 school and sit behind another transfer.
Well, he was a 4-star, but I mean, it's not gonna be good. I don't know. I'm pro player movement, so ultimately, if it's good for college football, I don't really care. I think it's just whatever is ultimately better for the players and gives them the opportunities that they want.
Yeah,
is what I'm here for. But I don't know. I don't know if this really has much of an effect as far as ASU is concerned.
Really?
Because I feel like a lot of times if someone's transferring to ASU, it's kind of like their last thing, anyways. Like,
yeah,
not, and if they're I feel like ASU is either a first choice or a last choice. It's not your second choice. Like, you're either coming to ASU first.
What if you think it's your last and then you hate it though?
But I think by the time you're at ASU, you're like already like late in your college career. Like, so it's like Eric Gentry. It was his first transfer. Jaden Daniels was really it's not preventing nothing that ASU has gone through this past offseason would have been changed by this rule.
Well, it could because some of the people that might have wanted to transfer would have had to sit out a year.
That's true. I guess, yeah. So I mean, it's good.
I agree with you. I think it's good for the players, and you should always be pro player because they're the one putting on for everybody.
Without them, there's nothing.
Yeah, without them, there literally is nothing. So
you want to see Shane and I playing football?
Well,
I feel like you and I playing football is one of those things where it'd be like pandemic entertainment, where it's like marble racing. Like you watch it for a couple times and you're like, this is electric. And then you're like, oh, wait, I'm watching marbles fall down a track for the 15th time this week.
This is not that moment.
I did with some stuff.
I never had that moment with marble racing.
Well, maybe not necessarily marble racing.
Not only marble racing, if you haven't watched marble racing, look up the Marble Olympics produced by, what is it, Gels Marble Run?
I don't remember.
Something like that. The man puts in so much work.
Yeah.
He commentates. There was one where one of them flew off the track, and then that specific marble was out for the rest of the Olympics because he was injured.
That's amazing.
There's a backstory about it.
It's more like
fans were throwing stuff on the field once, and fans, they're just marbles. So good.
Like, Big Cat when he did Coach Doug's. It's like that. Like, it was awesome, but then he got into like the 5th season, and and you're like, and it's just like, okay, I've been watching a guy play video games for 5. Yeah. Like, an old video game at that. Like,
great video game.
Great video game, but old.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know how long this is going to be a thing, but there are odds on the Pac-12 championship game.
You don't know how long the Pac-12 being able to bet on the Pac-12 is going to be a thing. That's fair. It'll always be a thing. It's just at a certain point you'll be betting on like Hawaii versus San Diego State.
Kill me, dude. Oh my god. Oh, you know who's going to be coaching San Diego State?
Herm Edwards?
No.
No, Herm will be coaching Hawaii.
Todd Graham.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they'd be flop. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, USC is the favorite at plus 220 on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Utah's plus 250. Oregon's plus 280. UCLA's plus 900. Washington's plus 1,400. And then we're getting to ASU, plus 2,500, along with Oregon State. Same odds as Oregon State to win the Pac-12.
That's crazy. Oregon State, the worst TV market in the Pac-12. Shrug. Like, what do you, I mean, yeah, like it's, take a flyer on him, I guess. Throw a couple bucks down, see what happens.
Well, regardless.
Maybe Emory Jones is going to win a Heisman.
Yeah, you can bet on a lot of different things in the DraftKings Sportsbook app. And right now, when you sign up using that promo code PHNX, after you make your first deposit, you get a $1,000 risk-free bet, which you can throw on anything you want. So if you want to throw it on U of A to win the whole thing, you can get them at plus 25,000 as opposed to ASU's plus 2,500.
Can we put in a phone call, get our contacts, and get Emory Jones Heisman odds? Because we still don't have those yet.
Yeah, I think we should.
I want those.
Feels too generous for ASU. Really, Charles? I'm Aztecs getting that.
Getting in that.
Okay. Nice.
Okay,
LTC. All right. Download today. Use the promo code PHNX when you sign up. Bet just make your first deposit. Get a $1,000 risk-free bet when you sign up using that promo code PHNX. Only the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's safe. It's secure. It's reliable. All that spiel.
It is indeed.
But just remember, guys. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. What is your DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week?
My DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week is a parlay with the Arizona Diamondbacks money line and Juan Soto anytime home run. I believe it's plus 1,000. I
have a Nerfy in that game.
Oh, I have a Nursey in that game.
Let's hope no runs after 2 innings.
Yeah, and then just goes crazy after that because I do have a ladder over.
Interesting.
It is.
Lindsay
is
threw
actually
a basketball at us
and missed and hit.
Nice shot, loser. She was playing Pokemon Go before this.
What are we, fucking 2015, 2016? What is this?
She told the Sunscrew that she used to crowd surf a lot. So I don't know if those relate.
I feel like Lindsay has.
Oh, she was crazy.
She's an enigma.
Yeah. What are the odds on that?
Plus 1,000.
Really?
For the Soto anytime home run D-backs money line. I'll confirm. I'll confirm. Yeah,
I mean that you get that many odds on that, or you get that.
I'll confirm.
Right.
Give the people.
My DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week is the Seattle Mariners money line. They have a chance to break the franchise record for consecutive wins tonight, right after the Astros played a back-to-back yesterday. Plus, they're getting Kyle Lewis back. Plus, it's a Friday night. Plus, they're at home. Plus, it's a Friday night sell game at home. Lucky charm. Magic is in the air.
Arizona Diamondbacks money line. Juan Soto anytime home run. Plus 1,000.
Nice.
Bet $10 to win 110.
Love it. Plus, you get 110 back.
$10 to win 100. Yeah.
Nice. I love that.
God, oh no, I had parlay boosts that I didn't use. Guess I got to bet more money on the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
That's why the DraftKings Sportsbook app is fantastic because they give you parlay boosts all the time. All right. Let's transition into something positive. It's a Friday fun day.
It is a Friday fun day.
Turn it up.
Turn me up.
What are you doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? Well, I'm going to a baseball game tonight.
Yeah, by yourself?
By myself.
I don't know why I have to keep saying
Very looking forward to it. Gonna eat 9 hot dogs. Otherwise, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of vibing, hanging out with a puppy. Mm-hmm. She's a brat.
Yeah.
Gets it from my girlfriend. I don't really have any plans, to be honest. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going up to Pine Top.
Oh, that's right.
I'm leaving right after the show.
Yeah, I
playing some golf on Sunday. Looks like there's some thunderstorms.
Ooh, God, I love rain out here.
Yeah,
it's
great.
The weather out here is the best part.
I don't know how I asked you how your weekend was. Okay. Happy stuff. It's a Friday and we're happy.
We are happy.
Reverse. So, ASU basketball released this video yesterday on their Twitter.
First round bye, baby.
Which is fire. So Frankie Collins, fantastic.
To be player of the year.
So I don't know if you guys saw that. We'll go back to it in a second. We'll let the whole video play. Duke Brennan dunking.
Duke Brennan, 3-star recruit.
This team is going to be so fun.
I have fully drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
They could be they're going to be I said it after the tournament last year. They're going to be a top 4 team in the conference. They might, fuck it. They just go win the conference. Why not us?
Yeah. A lot of Frankie Collins highlights in this. Luther Muhammad hitting a 3 there, I believe. Just super fired up for it. But then this, look at that. Marcus Bagley, full sweat. So I went to go see if he was just doing like, calisthenics or something. So go back, David. Go back and pause it right. Yeah, scrub a little bit forward. That's him. That is Marcus Bagley dunking a basketball off of 1 foot. You can come back to us now.
He's back.
Turn me
He's
all
back.
the way up. He looked great. He looked like he was getting a sweat in. And as I said, I thought he was just getting a sweat in because he was getting some, rehab work or something in, because we still haven't heard an update from him. He is dunking the basketball.
Pretty sure I saw Bobby Sr. go 360 through the legs in the background. I'm so turned
I don't think we saw that. But yeah, I know it's a hype video and it's supposed to do this, but what does this do to you?
I have been in, take a shot, worked for Syracuse basketball. I've been in practices, and not every practice is like this. Like, to see guys like this, especially a guy that's been injured like this, and then see a guy that's never been here, to see them.
I can't believe he's still here.
I know. It's just he looks like he's locked in. He looks like he's ready.
Yeah.
And that's exciting because we didn't know what to expect from him, and that looks good. Obviously, it's, like you said, just a hype video. I don't want to get too excited, but I was already excited about this team, and this just added a little bit of fuel to the fire. I'm bathing in it. I'm doing laps. Michael Phelps and this motherfucker just in the Kool-Aid.
It is crazy though. I mean, we talked about what this last year has been for ASU, really, last 2 years, and not only ASU but ASU basketball, and the mass exodus of programs, players, coaches, just everything, conferences, and you have one solid rock, and that's Marcus Bagley, who would be one of the last players I thought would actually stay.
If you had told me a year ago, who's here longer, Jaden Daniels or Bagley, I'm taking Daniels every single time. It's awesome. It's especially when you look at how the beginning of last basketball season started. I never would have thought that basketball would have been the program I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
Literally the only one that I'm excited about.
Let me just say this. If this basketball team is as good as we think they're going to be, and I just mean being a top 4 seed in the Pac-12 tournament, that is considered good.
Yeah.
If it is as good as we think it's going to be, and Marcus Bagley stays healthy the whole season or most of it and leads this team to, 20 plus wins, build him a damn statue.
Yeah, get him
a new stadium.
Put Bobby on his shoulders.
Build a new arena.
The Marcus Bagley Arena. That's what they should name the TED.
Yeah, dude, I'm fired up. I get so fired up.
I'm very excited for this team.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've been excited about a college basketball team like this.
How about just an ASU team in general?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
actually,
softball.
No, we are so fired up about softball.
Yeah, but a college basketball team, the schools that I have an attachment to, none of them have been in a specific situation where I can be genuinely excited about it.
Except when they're beating ASU.
Talking about Syracuse?
Yeah.
I mean,
Tyus battle. That was
Tyus battle. Yeah. You used to call him Isaiah, and it threw me off.
Yeah. Then they had Isaiah. What's his name?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Leah spawns every time we mention the TED, by the way.
Leah might spawn in here because I need her to bring me a Tide pen.
A Tide Pod? Oh,
Tide pen.
Tide pen?
Tide pen. Where you get thrown in the prison when you drink. That's when you get thrown when you drink too much at the TED. TED pen.
No, it's just the penalty box.
True. Yeah, I like that. But Bagley, name the city after it. Make him mayor of Tempe. Actually, no, make him, because mayor of Tempe is
dope.
The homie.
Yeah, he is.
Leah coming in clutch. My white shirt is saved. But yeah, this has got me hyped. Right. I'm fully taking laps.
Super bought in. Let us know in the chat. Let us know on Twitter if you're as excited as we are for ASU basketball. It can't come soon enough. But football season is also really close. And if you listened on Tuesday this week, we did a positional breakdown. We're going to be doing those live moving forward because I want to engage you guys in the comments. We had some feedback about the last one. So we do want to make sure you guys have your input on who you're excited for the football season. I'll be doing that sometime next week, so keep tuned on that on the PHNX Sun Devils Twitter. But before we get to everyone's favorite topic, hot or not, and as Shawn does that, speaking of things that get us hyped up, new sponsorship announcement. Do we have the air horn, David?
Yeah, we do somewhere in there.
Can you find the air horn and I can do that again?
Oh, you got to turn the... Yeah, there we go.
Okay, just try it again 1 second. New sponsorship announcement. you kind of jumped the gun a little bit. New sponsorship announcement. There we go.
Hey, 10 times the charm.
Yeah, so turn it all the way up for
Turn me Foco?
Foco,
baby. It's like FOMO, but Foco.
It's like FOMO, but it's good.
Fear of missing out on Foco.
Yeah. So it's a leader in sports merchandise and collectibles. You can go to foco.com, check them out. They got you covered when it comes to the best Arizona merchandise. They have officially licensed gear for men, women, kids, and everything from bobbleheads to swimsuit to even Crocs. Turn me up on some ASU
so
Crocs.
Here on Croc. I just went to their website. They have some fucking sick bobbleheads. Oh my God. I might need to get back into my bobblehead collecting thing. They have like all these like All-Star Game bobbleheads. These go crazy. Oh my God. They have this is bad. Well, I mean, you can't see it even if you're watching, but they have like bobbleheads for all like the City Connect jerseys. Mm-hmm. These go crazy. Yeah, I might drop a bag at Foco, low key. I might drop a bag.
All right. Well, good for you, because you can head over right now, click the link below in the description. For all non-presale items, you can use that promo code PHNX to get 10% off. So yeah, new sponsor alert. Going to be a good time. Super excited for that. Head over to foco.com, click the link below in the description. Use promo code PHNX for 10% off on all non-presale items. Thank you, Max, our marketing guy, giving me my flowers that I always deserve for my ad reads. I feel like I'm so underrated at ad reads.
I also, not to move out from that too fast, but Morris saying welcome to the Big 12, and I hate when people make comments like that because I feel like they're breaking news. And
I know.
Just getting fucking.
I literally, when I was reading that ad, I was searching Twitter. I'm not kidding. It pisses me off.
I'm gonna be so upset though if someone in the comments breaks the news for us and we're just sitting here and be like,
my shit would be blowing up. Yeah. All right. It's Friday. Friday fun day.
Friday then. No, it's Saturday, Sunday.
No.
What?
You don't like that song? Shout out to Max, by the way, for getting us that.
Max is kind of
he is the GOAT.
And I mean, is the GOAT.
Yeah, M. Morris in the chat saying it will happen. Let's give our takes on it. I still firmly believe ASU and U of A will be out of the Pac-12. I still firmly believe.
I want to firmly believe, but I just don't have faith in Ray anymore. Like, I just can't trust Ray to make the right decision. And also,
I don't think this is a decision, though. I think they're going to have to.
Well, yeah. I'm Michael Crow also worries me because I'm worried that he might be
an animorph.
What? He morphs into a crow?
Yeah. We went over this, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
No, you were gone.
Yeah, I don't.
Michael Crow's an animorph.
But I'm concerned that he's going to be like
animorphs were.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, of course.
Yes,
but I'm concerned that this is Jesus. It's happening. It's happening.
Where are these people coming from?
These are all Texas Tech fans.
Yeah. Actually, we said Tennessee, and as soon as we said Tennessee, it was like, "Welcome to the Big 12. Welcome to the Big 12." Even though they're in the SEC, but they were just like, Midwest. Same.
Place. Same
the
words. I don't think my concern is that Michael Crow is going to be too concerned about the academic standards and or lack thereof in the Big 12 that he's going to want
an option. I think he's going to see.
If they're smart, they
those like 60s cartoons when like Woody Woodpecker sees a bag of money and he's like, his eyes turn into dollar signs. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. But we shall see.
All right, hot or not, David behind the Mac, not Leah today. Intern David, what do we got today for our hot or not topics? And who's hot? Turn me up,
Shano.
This shirt today. I want to see. Let's see if we can get a better look at that shirt.
Let's see. My shirt says, "I have disappointed those in my life I love the most."
That is incredible. That right there, I think, is what set it apart. And before the show, Shawn already said, I don't like Urban Outfitters, so that's why your pants.
I got some purple cargo pants.
Although they are pretty fire.
They are
pants
great.
Are pretty fire.
They feel?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. What does it feel like?
Like sweatpants
texture?
Or no, they're like warm-up sweats material.
They're like almost like a tactical material.
Yeah.
Like tactical. Parachute pants?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Me and the homies out here being tactical.
Yeah. All right, so for the first hot or not topic, we're going e-readers like Kindles.
Oh no,
I can't read off those things.
No, makes my head hurt.
Yeah,
books are so much better.
Part of the reading experience of reading a book is, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm out here reading books like that. Like I don't want anyone, particularly my girlfriend, calling me out. I don't read books like that.
Anybody else in your DMs.
True. But I just the feeling of the paper and like the smell of the book, all of those little things are part of the experience of reading a book.
Plus, you can't look as smart if you're licking your fingers and turning your Kindle page.
Plus, like it's just not the same. Like I feel like I'm reading Twitter or something when I read an e-reader. I've tried. Like when I had to do summer reading in high school, my mom had an e-reader. She had a Kindle. I tried. It's
not for me.
It's not the same. You can get the book. Go to the library.
Yeah, I was reading a book when I was
support your small town.
Our flight got delayed in Miami, and I was reading a book. We had to go to the beach one day. Ooh. Like we were waiting for our flight because we had to stay there an extra day. F you, JetBlue, the worst ever.
Oh, I like JetBlue.
Yeah, they killed me.
They used to have blue potato chips, and they were so good.
Anyway,
F you, American, for canceling my flight 2 hours before I was supposed to leave, and then rebooking me for a flight a day later when I'm in New York City and I can't afford another day in a hotel.
How about this is even worse? JetBlue, not only they did the thing where they delayed it an hour, then delayed it an hour, and then they delayed it an hour over and over again until midnight, and then they canceled it. And then everybody was trying to leave the airport because a bunch of flights got canceled. But a lot of them got canceled way before. So like all the JetBlue people were like, where do I go? Every hotel in the area was booked. Had to pay some random dude $100 to take us 45 minutes to Fort Lauderdale, sleep in a hotel room there. And then we were there for 2 extra days because that was the only flight they had for us.
Yikes.
It was terrible. Staying 2 extra days in Miami after being on a bender is the worst thing in the world.
You know what just kind of sucks in general is airlines. They got too much power over your happiness.
How did we get here?
Take a train.
Books, that's right. I was reading a book on the beach one of those days.
Yeah.
And it got all torn up. That's the only reason.
How did it get torn up?
Because it was super windy and I was a little bit wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely certain situations where an e-reader is more convenient. Like Josh said, it's a little slimmer and putting it in a plane. You got all the books in one.
It just hurts my head.
But it's just not as like. And I know David's a big reader. Like you got to be a book person over e-reader, right?
Yeah, of course. I know I had a Kindle when I was a little kid, but I played like Angry Birds on it. That's it. I didn't read anything on it because there's so much I have 2 hobbies. I always say I have reading books and I have collecting books.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so proud of my library.
Exactly.
That is a great point.
So proud of how it looks. It's all organized and aesthetic. Yeah, so that you've got to get the real books.
Yeah, even if you never touch one, a bookshelf full of books is nice.
Amen.
That's what I was saying because like nobody knows what you're reading if you have a Kindle, but everybody knows what you're reading.
Then again,
David, what did you find in my car that one time?
Leviathan.
Yeah, Leviathan was just chilling in my backseat.
Then again, if you're LeBron James, people can't make fun of you for only reading the first chapter of a book if you have a Kindle because they won't know how far you are.
LeBron James doesn't read past page 2 and doesn't know any song lyrics.
Yeah, he knows where
David W.
He knows where Malcolm X was born, and that's about it. Thank you.
Good one. Joke alert.
All right. Oh.
All right.
Next topic number 2. I mean, that was kind of nice. We got like a 2-for-1. We got airplanes and e-readers.
Yeah,
but
sure. Yeah.
Topic number 2 is 3D movies.
See, okay.
This is tough.
This is tough, and it's tough for me in particular.
Okay, let me get this first. 3D movies when they were first, all the rave.
Yeah, they were so
unbelievably hot because they were doing it because it was cool. Now it's rarely done anymore, but like 2010s, early 2010s, it was done because they could.
Yeah, and everything.
And there was nothing added to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Spy Kids 3D, unbelievable.
That's
3D
a top 3 movie all time.
3D movie or 3 movie?
That's maybe the greatest movie of all time.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
It's such a great movie.
It is
though.
Amazing though.
Dude,
like, top childhood movie for sure.
We should watch it sometime.
Yeah, I love Spike. Yeah, 100%. We got to get
together.
I do remember there was
on
one
couch.
time. Cuddled under one blanket.
Nice.
There was one time during a Super Bowl where there was Monsters vs. Aliens, I think.
Yeah.
And they have like the preview for during the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and you can go to like your local grocery store and get like paper 3D glasses. That shit was dope.
Was it?
It was cool. It was just cool because it was like I was watching 3D things on my TV.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wear glasses, and it makes watching 3D movies much more difficult because then my vision gets blurry when I'm wearing these 3D glasses.
I did one time. I wear contacts. And early in 2010, I forgot what movie I was seeing, but it was a 3D movie, and I forgot to put my contacts in, so it was terrible.
Yeah, it's so in theory hot, but in practice not hot.
Yeah.
I would just like to add a disclaimer. These are all Leah's hot or not topics, so shout out her for coming up with this.
Of course.
Thank you.
But yeah, I agree. I really missed the paper because I really liked how they had like one side was blue, the other one was red.
That shit was
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah,
and then they got like the real D, real 3D,
suck.
and it's like now you made the part of what made it cool was that it was kind of shitty, and it was like like I love the moments in 3D movies where they were like clearly trying to make it 3D, or they made
Shrek 40 is hot.
Oh god,
both in theory and actually on the screen.
But I hate it. Like, you could tell in some movies that they were shooting it for 3D, and there was like a scene where they were like reaching out. And it was like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah, except for Spike, it's 3D because they were completely in like a video game environment. They had to make it kind of like that. Such a great movie.
It is really good movie.
Bro, Shark Boy and Lava Girl also that might be a legitimately like Citizen Kane, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Citizen Kane,
1A, 1-2.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Spy Kids 3D.
Shawshank
Redemption,
2001: A Space Odyssey.
The original Alien. I think that's my top 5 movie tier list right there.
Love it.
All right. last
number 3.
Topic. What is it?
Farmers markets.
Oh, so hot.
Listen,
I'm burning out of my chair right now.
This is just like Trader Joe's. Awesome, but there's so many people that make it their personality, and those people
Common Sean W.
suck. Like, I don't care about your fucking organic coffee.
Don't stop taking pictures of it.
Canvas tote bag and your fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Screw you.
Like, yeah, go and get some good food.
Go respectfully F yourself.
Yes. But if you're posting like, oh my God,
at the farmer's market,
fuck off.
Worse than that. Taking a Polaroid camera to a farmer's market.
You.
Go to hell.
You.
Oh God.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like, why are we doing this? Like,
why are you here?
What are we doing here?
The point of the farmer's market is to not have to put effort in to make these things.
Yeah, like, it's like,
why are you putting so much effort in? Go in sweatpants.
Yeah, I was just like, you're not special. You're not special. You know who's special? The people making the fucking food.
Yes!
And they're not getting any love. It's like, oh my God, look at me, I'm so earthy. Go fuck yourself. You're getting Starbucks in your fucking, go fuck off. You're ruining the environment by being like, oh my God, I'm so quirky. I'm at a farmer's market getting fucking.
Okay.
I'm triggered now.
Woo! Nobody even did that.
That was
you
spicy.
Did that to yourself.
Yeah, I did it to myself because it's just like.
Have you ever been to Seattle?
No, I have not. I really want to go.
Pike's Place Market is fantastic.
But it's like
constant farmer's market. I'm sweating now. Elotes.
But it's like, this is a lesson for life. Just enjoy it. This is why I don't post anything on my Instagram. I got 3 pictures. Just, you never see me posting on my Instagram story, my Snapchat story. Just go live your life and stop. It's not for other people. It's for you.
I feel like the farmer's market goes a lot with like books. Like, you see so many people taking pictures of reading
LeBron
books.
James. It's like you walked there to take a picture. You're not actually enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
I'm turned up right now. Oh my God. I'm going to punch somebody.
Anything else before we get out of here, Sean? David, did you have a hot or not topic you want to bring to the table?
I think those are pretty clear set. I mean, if there's anything I would bring up, it'd be about books. Yeah. I think we talked extensively about books today, so I'm good on
Lego my video games, hot or not?
Ooh, yeah.
That's not even
Which one's the best one?
Like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, solid though, I will say.
I'm a big fan of Lego Harry Potter.
Ooh, yeah, that's a great
one. And then Lego Batman as well.
Anything else about ASU that we want to talk about? I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we covered it all.
Anything else you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
If you're at the D-backs game, maybe find me.
If you're in Pine Top,
find me a hot dog.
If you're in Pine Top, try to find me. I'll be playing hide and seek. I'll be hiding in a well.
I'll be floating.
I'll be dropping hints on my Twitter.
I'll be like hanging from the roof like a mascot. Like, you know how they like sometimes mascots repel in? I'm just gonna, but much like the roof at the Chase Field, it'll be broken, so I'll just kind of be hanging there over the field. It'll be cool.
All right. Well, you can follow me on Twitter at Shane D. If you can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Sundays. You can follow Anthony Totri at Anthony_Totri. Totri, we miss you. I think he's back on Monday. So
I think so.
And you can follow Sean DePause at Sean_DePause.
This is probably the most accurate one ever. Hayton as always.
Yes, that is very accurate. We'll be back on Monday with a live show. Hopefully nothing crazy drops over the weekend because I want to enjoy my time in Pine Top, but I will be bringing my computer and my microphone just in case. So if ASU does move to the Big-12,
please do it on a weekday. Please do it on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
But that's the thing with this company. Whenever anything happens, no matter the time, no matter the place, no matter the situation, we will go live for it if it's important enough for an emergency pod. So turn those notifications on YouTube. Make sure you're following PHNX_sports across all socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you get your content. And we'll be back on Monday, as I said, live here at 3 p.m. on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. See you later. Peace.